Thanks, Anna. Just in time for Christmas, the group American Atheists launching billboards in America's Bible Belt with the message, "Skip Church." It's the first time they've aimed their anti-God ads directly at religious areas. So what impact does it have? Will it have? Let's ask Fox News contributor and pastor of the First Baptist Church in Dallas, Dr. Robert Jeffress. Good morning, Pastor Jeffress. How are you?
Fine, Peter. How are you?
Now, there are some folks that say that we shouldn't focus on the war on Christmas, that there is no war on Christmas, and even if there was a war on Christmas, it's meaningless. Is there a war on Christmas? Is this the war on Christmas? And why is it important, Pastor?
Well, there is a war on Christmas. In fact, it began 2,000 years ago when King Herod tried to kill the baby Jesus. He didn't succeed, and these continuing wars won't succeed either. Look, these continuing attacks against Christianity remind me of a flea striking its hind leg against Mount Everest, declaring, "I'm going to topple this mountain one day." It's just not going to happen. And neither are these attacks going to succeed. Look, if Christianity can survive 2,000 years of intense persecution, it's going to survive a few billboards by American atheists.
Well, in terms of American atheists, we're seeing a new level of proselytization that maybe we haven't seen, Dr. Jeffress. It's enough to say, well, don't believe in God. There is no God. There is no Christmas. But here to actively say that if you believe in God, if you believe in Christ, skip church, because it's a fairy tale. It's an aggressive attitude that we haven't seen before.
Yes, and these attacks are intensifying. There is absolutely no doubt about it. But here's one of the great paradoxes of history, and that is those who attack or try to suppress the Christian message need to understand that only causes the Christian message to flourish that much more. I mean, think about this. The area in the world where Christianity is spreading most rapidly is communist China. 52 million believers there, growing exponentially. By 2030, there'll be more churchgoers in China than in the United States. So I'm saying these attacks, the war on Christmas, is very real, but it's doomed to failure ultimately.
And as a final question, Dr. Jeffress, is there a lesson for all Americans, whether they believe in Christ or not? Any religion, any religious believer, should they be upset by a war on Christmas?
Well, I think what everybody needs to understand is this. Don't allow the war on Christmas, which I believe is real, rob you of the joy of Christmas. I mean, after all, the angel said to the shepherds that the coming of Christ was good news of great joy for all people. The fact that Christ came to offer his forgiveness, well, that's good news for everyone, including atheists.
Dr. Jeffress, thank you for sharing the good news, the great news on this Sunday as we begin the Advent season. Good to see you.
Thank you.